Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just thought I'd point out one little thing. I'm not naked, just want to get that out there in case anyone thought I was like filming in the nude. That only happens on Thursdays. So a lot of you will already know that I actually do work with Fragrance Direct. I create a lot of like their FD Presents videos, so I do different makeup tutorials and I talk through different new releases and things like that. So I do actually get sent a lot of products like from them as PRs or PR samples, but I do spend a lot of my own money on there as well. And this haul is kind of like an accumulation of both free things and things that I have spent probably way too much money on. But yeah, I thought I would just show you guys everything that I bought because I haven't really done a haul in a while. Funnily enough, from this Fragrance Direct haul there is no fragrance, it's all just makeup. But yeah, I also maybe picked up a few things for you guys as well, so you might want to stick around, you know, stay to the end of the video, see how you can win a few bits from Fragrance Direct. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to go through, so let's just get straight into the video. So this is in no particular order whatsoever, but one of the things that I picked up was this Clarins BB Skin Perfecting Cream. I love BB creams, I've always been using the Garnier one, and I fancy one that was just a bit more high-end really, and I really like Clarins as a brand, and even though I've only used this like twice, I think, I really like it. It's like slightly too dark for me, I've put way too much on my hand, so a little bit too dark, but when I sort of blend it in with, I don't know, like a lighter concealer, or if I'm just a bit more tanned, then it does actually work with my skin. But I'm hoping that maybe this will work on my skin after I've been to Marbella. While you're watching this, I am probably back from Marbella, so who knows, maybe check my Instagram to see how tanned I am, or how tanned I'm not, or if I'm really burnt. But yeah, I bought this as kind of like a summery BB cream, even though we haven't really had a summer whatsoever in the UK. But I really like the consistency of it. It's like really nice and thick, kind of like a foundation, but also obviously moisturises your skin like a BB cream. And then from high end we go down to high street, and this is the Rimmel BB 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting Super Makeup. Again, I like BB creams. I want to try more BB creams because I find that I do sort of gravitate towards them more than anything else. And I thought I will just go for this, and it came with a powder that was a little bit too dark for me. It was one of the Stay Matte powders, and then I went and got the peachy one. But it was like a really cheap bundle. I think it was like £5-6 or something for the BB cream and a powder. You can obviously get like different colours and stuff, but I mostly wanted it for the BB cream. And I really like this. It's nice and mattifying. I don't tend to like sort of matte skin, but this is like matte but satin, so you don't really look like you have no oil in your skin whatsoever, but it just kind of looks a bit more natural. I'll maybe show you the consistency of this one again, as long as I don't pour out like an entire bottle. That's a bit better. So this one is a little bit lighter, as you might be able to see, but it sort of dries down almost instantly onto the skin, and it just gives like a nice, just satiny finish really. I wouldn't even say it's matte, I'd say it's probably more satin than anything else. But yeah, I really like this one as well. They're probably on a par with each other. I'd use one for like a bit more coverage, and maybe if I wanted something a bit more full on and moisturising, and I'd probably use this one for like going to uni or something. And we have another base product. This one is by L'Oreal, and it's the Nude Magique Eau de Teint Fresh Feel Foundation. I said that wrong, but let's roll with it. And I've seen this on so many adverts. It was like going around like on the TV for like, let me start that sentence again. So basically I saw this on an advert a few years back, and I saw loads of YouTubers and bloggers raving about it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really liquidy, and I just thought that would be really nice for days when I want a little bit of coverage but I don't want anything too full on, again like uni or something. And I don't know if I'll be able to show this at all really because it is just so liquidy. It's one of those foundations that you like pour on. Okay, right, wait. And you can see it just blends in really nicely. Really great colour for my skin. And again, this one just sort of like dries down to like a satiny finish. I've got it in the shade 110, wait, I keep spinning the lid around, Warm Ivory, and it's like a perfect match for me. But yeah, I really like this, and again, it was really cheap and just nice, and it smells good as well. It smells like old women powder. So next I've got three bronzers. Where should I start? Okay, we'll start with this one. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, and let me open it without smudging it everywhere. Yeah, it's just the bronzing powder by Guerlain. This is in shade number 1, and I just thought it was like a really nice matte bronzer. I don't need any more bronzers, especially not matte ones, but I've heard a lot about it. I think I was just excited that I saw it on the website, because when I first looked at Fragrance Direct like years ago, it only really stocked like Rimmel and Bourjois and things like that, but now they've got Guerlain and they've got, well, you'll see in a second. Again, smells like old women. Really like that smell. Don't know why, but I've always loved the smell of old women. Not that I generally go and smell old women, but you know, don't judge me. But yeah, this is just a really nice matte bronzer. I'll try and do like some more close-up swatches because this isn't really going to be showing you that much. But it's like a nice warm tone matte bronzer, so it's really good for summer. Maybe not great for contouring, but I don't really contour all that much. I kind of just shade my face in a little bit to make it look a little bit less like round and a bit more. And we also have this very, very exciting box. It's a MAC bronzing powder in the shade Matte Bronze. So let's open this one up. It's probably identical to the Guerlain one. Pretty much, just a bit more darker. This is probably one that I would use more for like a contouring or something. Again, not that I'm any good at it at all. But yeah, I haven't really used this. I think I swatched it like a few times, but nothing crazy. But let me swatch it properly. Come on, Steph, get your fingers dirty. You might be able to see the difference there. Again, I'll try and do like actual swatches, but this one's kind of like a more red tone bronzer. This one's a bit more ashy, so it depends on what you sort of want. I obviously want 10 bronzers in like 10 different shades. But yeah, I've never actually had a MAC bronzer before, and I just thought it was exciting that they sell MAC on Fragrance Direct, because it's just like a lot cheaper. And I don't know about you guys, but where I live you can't actually get MAC unless you drive like an hour and a half, which I'm not going to do for a product I've never really tried. But I will order it online for a lot cheaper, and I think the packaging's really nice. Next we have another bronzer. This time it's from Clarins and it is the Bronzing Duo. I'm reading this upside down, in 01 Light. Nailed it. But this one, as you may be able to see, is a lot lighter. You've got one, I guess you kind of like swell them together, but you could probably use them for, I don't know. This one doesn't even look like a bronzer shade. This one looks more like a bronzer shade. Maybe it depends on how pale you are. But I tend to just swirl them around. It just gives me like a nice sort of glowy look more than anything. It's slightly shimmery, which I guess adds to like the glowy look. It's not something you'd really like chisel in your cheekbones with. It's something that you'd more sort of dust all over your face. But again, really like this. I love Clarins products anyway. I've ranted and raved enough about Clarins before. But yeah, they sell Clarins too, and it's nice, and I don't need this many bronzers. Next I've got this PPQ palette, which is the Autumn Winter 12 limited edition palette by Fashionista. I guess it was like a collaboration that they did a long old time ago, but the palette looks a little something like this. And basically, I guess this is kind of meant to be like an eyeshadow palette, but this kind of looks a bit like a matte bronzer to me. And the eyeshadows from Fashionista are really, really nice. I've tried a lot of them before, and I just picked up a palette because I thought it would be really good to sort of take around with me if I'm ever going anywhere. And I can just sort of pop all the different colours that I want into a palette and take it with me. And I think I just said the exact same thing twice. But I remember seeing Lily Melrose, I think it was Lily Melrose, literally like years ago when I first started watching her videos. She spoke about these, maybe, or did she? It might not have been her, but someone spoke about them. And I said they're very, very good, and they are very, very good. So I just decided to get a palette that I can put all of my colours in. And the colours did come with the palette, so it wasn't like you just buy the palette and you have to fill it up. But obviously you can just like pop them out. I don't really know if I'll be able to do it right now because of my nails, but you just pop them out and then you can just change them up. So in here, yeah, it says they're all eyeshadows, but we've got, if I open it again, this is going to take me a while. So this one here is called Couture, this one here is called Private Fitting, we've got this one which is called Nude Shade 20, and then there's this one which is called Nude Glimmer Shade 19. So yeah, I'm guessing you could probably use that one as like, or this one, sorry, as a matte bronzer, and maybe even that one like a slight highlighter. I don't know, it depends on what you want to do with it, but it's like a really nice compact palette and it was really cheap as well. Next up, you might be able to sense a slight theme going on here. So I've got one cream blusher, two cream blushes, three cream blushes. That's a hard word, or hard sentence to say. But let's just get started with the, I think this is the cheapest one, yeah. This one is the W7 Chunky Cheeks blusher in the shade New York, and this basically is kind of just like a pen or like a really thick thing, and it's just really nice and blendable. It's like a nice pinky shade. I just really like this. I think it'd be really good when I do go away, or when I've gone away, because by the time we'll be watching this again I will have gone. But yeah, I just think it'd be really nice for summer, and just if you're maybe wearing moisturiser, or like, I don't know, a light BB cream, and you just pop a little bit of this on to add some colour, and this is like 99p I think. It's not any more than like £2, but I think this is 99p and it's really good. Next up, for a few pounds, we've got the Rimmel Stay Blushed Liquid Cheek Tint in the shade 003 Peach Flush. I saw a lot of reviews of these online, and I heard that this one was like one of the best ones. I think a few of them were like slightly duff, like some of them were really moussey, some of them were really creamy, and I think this is one that was maybe really good. And this is just like a really nice natural colour. You probably won't even be able to see it. It's just one that blends into your cheeks really nicely. This is really buildable as well, and I just find that it stays put on my cheeks all day. So I really like this. I might go into like Boots or Superdrug and check out a few of the other colours, just because I want to kind of like test them before I actually buy them, just because I think there are a few duff ones. But yeah, really, really cheap and really good. So next you go slightly a bit more expensive. This is Bobbi Brown, and it's the Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in the shade Calypso Coral. I don't tend to use this on my lips because I do find it a little bit drying, but on the cheeks it is so nice. I don't want to blind you with the mirror. Let me just give it a little swatch. So you can see the colour payoff there. Obviously if you blend it in, it's like a lot nicer than just having like a pink thing on your face. But yeah, really nice product. It is creamy, so you probably could use it on your lips. I just find that my lips get quite dry quite easily, so I just don't tend to do it just because it can kind of crack over time. But I guess if you put like a nice lip balm underneath or something before you do wear this, then it'll probably last for quite a long time. Again, the colour's perfect for sort of summer and spring, and I guess it would look really nice with a tan as well. But yeah, I really like this. I don't think I'll say that, I just like it. Next we have a very cheap concealer. This was like 99p, and it's the Miss Sporty Liquid Concealer, and I think it's pretty much like a less coverage version of the, whatever it's called, the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. It's kind of a lot more creamy, and it seems a lot more lightweight, which I guess is perfect for spring and summer. But it's just a really nice concealer. I've got it on at the moment. Obviously I've powdered underneath as well. Probably would recommend powdering underneath this one just because it is quite liquidy, but this is really good. It's like a nice yellowy shade. I've got it in the shade Light, yeah, 001 Light, and it's just a really nice shade that kind of brightens my under eyes because it's more like yellowy than anything else. But yeah, I really like this. I was really surprised by it, but hopefully they still sell it in shops as well, because who knows, maybe this will be the one that I choose over Lasting Perfection when it gets to like the hotter months, or when my skin just looks like way better than it seems to do in winter. Words not working today. I also picked up two mascaras. I've got the NYC Showtime Mascara. It's the eye brightening mascara in the shade Brown Pearls, and the one looks a little something like this. You can see it on one of the latest videos that I've just uploaded on Fragrance Direct, so I will link that down below. But it's just a really nice mascara just for something like a bit more natural. Maybe if you do, I don't know, just don't really want to make it look like you're actually wearing much mascara. I did this in a back to school makeup tutorial, and I think it worked perfectly because it is just really natural, and not in a way that it just looks like you haven't really got anything on. Like, it does look like you've got mascara on, but it also kind of doesn't look like you've got mascara on. So yeah, really like this. Again, I think this is either like 99p or 1.99, I'm not 100% sure, but either way it was super cheap. And I've also got the Maybelline Stretch and Define Mascara in the shade Brown. I've really been loving brown mascaras lately, and this is basically a similar sort of thing, really natural, just adds a ton of length to your lashes. I really like this. The brush looks a little bit something like this. It's like a nice rubbery brush, which I actually prefer over the fibre brushes. Really bendy as well, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. But yeah, this is just really good for even like doing your under lashes or anything, whatever they're called, the bottom lashes. Maybe even just for doing that, because I know obviously you can get the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, but that is pricey, and if you have something like this with a really thin brush, it pretty much just does the same sort of thing. You maybe just have to be a little bit more careful. So yeah, I really like this as well. I also repurchased the Manhattan Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade 95M. I have the other one, I always forget like the code of what it is, on my lips right now, and I love these things. They smell like MAC lipsticks, and they just have like a doe foot applicator. They're kind of just like a cream lipstick, I guess, but they stay on so well, and they are genuinely matte as well. Like, they don't dry out your lips too much. Like, they do a little bit. Like right now, I feel like I could lick my lips and everything will be fine again, but it's not matte in a sense that like your lips will crack or anything. Maybe just add like a gloss over the top or underneath or something if you want like a bit more moisture, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of having a matte colour. But this colour's really nice anyway, so I guess you could do whatever you want with it. But yeah, this is like one of my favourite lip products probably ever, and again, this is like 99p. Fragrance Direct now also stock Rodeo, which I think is pretty crazy because I always find that Rodeo is a really difficult brand to get hold of, but they've like blown up over like the blogosphere lately. And this is the Glam stick in the shade Bite. I have a few of these and I really like the formulation. They're basically like a tinted lip balm, and I have them in like an orangey shade and like a pinky shade. I think I have them in like a reddy shade as well, but the nude one that I was looking at like on the website, I can't remember which website it was, but it was always sold out, and I think this is the one that I was after. Either way, I really like it. I'm running out of room in my hands to swatch things. But as you can see there, it's got like a nice amount of colour payoff, but it's not going to like fully matte out your lips or anything. And yeah, they just smell really good. They've also got hyaluronic acid in them, which helps to plump your lips up over time. And I sound like I know what I'm talking about here, but I really don't. I just read the labels. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's also really good for like spring, summer, that sort of thing. And even if you just want to like put some colour on your lips, but without actually like focusing and like using a mirror or anything like that, you can just pop this on, even if you're driving, or, you know, keep your hands on the wheel obviously, but just when you're doing other things that you'd rather be doing apart from putting lipstick on. So obviously, like I said, Fragrance Direct now stock MAC, so obviously I stocked up on a few lipsticks. I've never actually had MAC lipsticks before, but I thought like, if they're a bit cheaper, then I may as well try one, and I ended up picking up two, but I've obviously lost one of them because I'm really bad at looking after things. But one of the colours that I got was Film Noir, and I'm just gonna leave this here for a minute. So I have no idea when I'm really gonna wear this, but I bloody love this colour. Obviously it's more like an autumn winter colour, but I don't have anything like this at all, and I just thought, you know, whatever, try something a little bit different. You never know, you might like it, and maybe I'll try and insert a picture of me wearing it. But yeah, I really like this. I really like MAC lipsticks as well. I really cannot talk today. But I also picked up Cream Cup, I think it is. Is it Cream Cup? It was like a nice pinky one anyway, but I will link that one down below as well. But like I said, I have no idea where it is in this massive mess of a place that I call my house. Anyway, my words just really aren't working. It's like 11 o'clock at night when I'm filming this. So I'm just going to cut this short right here. I hope you enjoyed. Actually, no, I need to talk about the giveaway. So as promised, I mentioned to you guys that I picked up a few bits for you guys as well from Fragrance Direct. And basically, YouTube, I don't think YouTube allow like giveaways anymore, so I'm probably going to do this over on Twitter. I will pop like all the actual details down below as to what you can do, like the hashtag to use or whatever. But basically, you're going to be winning the Rimmel Sun Shimmer Instant Tan in Medium Matte. I really like this one. It's like a really nice tan that you can put on and wash off. You're going to be winning the, why can't I think of what this is called? It's the Clarins Ombre Matte Carbon Eyeshadow. I'll try and open it up without getting my sticky fingers all over it. I won't open it. But it's like a really nice eyeshadow. I've heard loads of people talking about this. I haven't even tried it. I've only swatched it like in shops before. But there's that one. I will again pop a link down to that if you want to have a little look. You'll also be getting this Ciate nail kit, which is basically one of the caviar manicures, and it essentially makes your nails look like this. Everyone is raving about sort of rose gold and copper at the moment, and this basically features like a bronzy nail polish and little sort of rosy gold coppery beads as well that you can put on. It comes like a little funnel as well. It's just a really nice kit. But yeah, I thought you guys would maybe like that, so I picked one of them up as well for you. And unfortunately, when I went and did my second shop on Fragrance Direct, I did intend to pick up the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge that I sort of featured in this video, but the colour had sold out. So I picked up the shade in Pale Pink, which is sort of like a nice pinky colour. Again, I will open it, but I won't touch it if I can. So it looks a little something like this. And yeah, I guess it's going to be exactly the same as the other one, same sort of formulation. But I thought I would pick one of them up for you guys as well. So you've got a nice little bunch of stuff. You can basically get really tanned. You can give yourself a sexy smoky eye, make your cheeks and lips nice, and you can make your nails blingy as well. Like, what more could you want? So yeah, anyway, I will do a giveaway on Twitter for this one. Obviously, when this video has gone live, that'll be when the giveaway goes live as well. So as far as terms and conditions go, I'll link most things down below, but just follow me on Twitter, use the hashtag CocoChic, let's just keep it nice and simple, and I don't know, just send me a tweet like at CocoChic blog with the hashtag CocoChic, so much CocoChic everywhere. Just, I don't know, saying something like, just tell me something about your day, and I will pick a winner in a week's time from the time you see this video, and I will send them a message through direct message or something, telling them, you know, how to claim their prize basically. So yeah, good luck if you do enter. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe obviously if you do want to see more of my old mug. And I have nothing else to say, so I'll just leave it here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!